Hello friends, welcome to another episode of Cooking with the Commish. I got my groovy, crazy apron. We just had our St. Mary's County fair and they had aprons. So I was like, I have to buy one of those. So I did. So here's my crazy apron.
And what does it say? It says illustrated by Ansley Schiffelbein of Leonardtown High School. Good for you.
One of our local high school students designed this. We had t-shirts, we had aprons, we had all kinds of great things. So there we go. Here's my crazy apron for this episode. If anybody wants to send me any crazy aprons, reach out to me. I would love. I'll wear whatever anybody sends me as long as it's tasteful. So tonight we're gonna do. It's a Wednesday night here in St. Mary's County, and we're gonna do a really simple meal. Super simple, almost one pan. We are gonna do a pan roasted salmon with asparagus and potatoes. And we are going to also do that with a Hollandaise sauce on the asparagus. Now, the reason I'm doing a Hollandaise sauce is because I was just at an event about a week or so ago, and one of our local radio stations has a great, phenomenal show, T-Bone and Heather, and T-Bone was talking to me, and he was talking to me about, hey, cooking with the Commish, and he said to me, hey, I would love to learn how to do a great Hollandaise sauce. So I said, I tell you what, T, I'm going to hook you up. I'm going to do an episode that incorporates a Hollandaise sauce. So this episode is for T-Bone and Heather, and it's going to have a phenomenal Hollandaise sauce on the asparagus.
And your Hollandaise sauce is amazing.
So we're going to jump right in right now. So this is a oven roasted salmon. We have 3 beautiful salmon fillets right here. Now these are salmon fillets that I bought on sale, and it was a huge piece of salmon that I brought home and I skinned myself, and I put these in the freezer to cook another night. So this morning I got up and I knew what I wanted to make for dinner. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna take that salmon out, let it thaw in the refrigerator, and here we are on a weeknight. You make this on a weeknight, people are gonna just really wonder how you managed to pull this off. They're going to think you cooked for hours. So we're going to put a few pinches of salt on top of this beautiful salmon.
And what's the difference between that salt and your regular iodized salt?
Regular iodized salt, I don't recommend anybody ever use. This is a kosher rock salt that iodized salt is what makes food taste salty. Kosher salt does not have that iodine in it, so it does not make it a salty flavor. It opens up your palate, it seasons the food, and it opens up your palate to accept those flavors. So that's what you want to use. I don't recommend anybody ever using iodized salt. If you have it in your cupboard, please throw it out. Go out and buy a good kosher salt. Okay, so we have kosher salt on there. We're going to hit it with just a touch of pepper. Very easy meal tonight, right? It's hump day. It's Wednesday. We're all tired. We're halfway through the week. We just want to survive the week, right? So we're going to just do that. We're going to hit these, and we're going to put this salmon right on. And I oiled this pan with a little olive oil earlier today, or just a few moments ago. And I'm gonna rinse my hands here and grab some paper towel. And so that's gonna go on. And what we're also gonna do alongside of this is we are gonna take some beautiful asparagus that I got on sale today at $1.99 a pound. It was a wonderful deal. So we're going to take some of that and we're going to put it right on the pan here. My wife and I, we love veggies, okay? Veggies, we're not big in into starches, even though I do love some potatoes. Some potatoes are going to go in this recipe, but we like to do as many veggies as we can. So this asparagus we're going to hit with a good olive oil, and we're going to just give it a little toss around with our hands here and make sure that all the asparagus is nicely coated with a nice olive oil. And like I said, this is a one-pan meal. So we're going to hit our asparagus with a little bit of lemon juice, right?
And you're doing that to catch any seeds?
Yep, I'm doing this, right? We want to catch the seeds because we do not want to eat any seeds in our food. So, and we're also going to hit our salmon, our beautiful salmon, with just a touch of lemon juice, and we're going to catch those seeds in our hand. Not a lot of seeds in this lemon. I'm telling you, I've been really lucky with lemons lately and not getting a whole lot of seeds, and I'm sure that will change soon. It's, you know, there's that. So we're also I'm gonna put some potatoes. These are very small Yukon Gold potatoes. You can find them in just about any grocery store. Now what I did with these is, before I put them in this pan, I parboiled them. So what I did was I put them in a pot with boiling water and cooked them for about 10 minutes in boiling water, and then I took them out. I let them drain and dry, and they're in the pan, so everything will cook at the same time. They're not super mushy. They're still firm, but they will cook all together at the same time, because we're going to cook this in one pan for about 20-25 minutes. I'm going to add just a little bit of garlic. Our house and our family, we love garlic. So this is, if you don't like garlic as much as we do, don't do it, but this is about 10 cloves of garlic. So we love garlic. And that's going to cook up beautifully and help season on this. And we're going to add a little bit of, once again, a good rock kosher salt to those. A little bit of crushed black pepper. And just a touch of olive oil on there so nothing burns and it just cooks beautifully together. And we're going to take this, we're going to put it in an oven at 325 degrees for about 20, maybe 25 minutes, depending on how rare you enjoy it. So let me do this, and we're going to pop it right in the oven right now. Boom, boom. Okay. And then what we're going to do, I'm going to give my beautiful wife time to reset the camera, and we're going to walk through how to make and so many people make this so difficult. Hollandaise sauce is one of the simplest sauces to make. So we're going to put a Hollandaise sauce together to go on the asparagus, and it's going to be a beautiful meal. So my wife's going to reset the camera, and we're going to start in again. Okay, we're going to put together a quick Hollandaise sauce. This is super easy sauce to make. It's one of the most simple sauces to make, as long as you do it right. This is for, again, my buddy T-Bone. He wanted to see how to make a Hollandaise sauce, so I'm going to throw this together for you, pal. And we're gonna do this real simply. I'm also going to put this out as a separate video on just how to make a quick Hollandaise sauce, because this sauce goes with so many other dishes. So we're gonna just toss this together real quick. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take 4 egg yolks, and we're gonna put them in a glass bowl on top of some boiling water. We got kind of made a little double boiler here, right? Because I want you to be able to see what I'm doing here. And we're going to mix this really thoroughly. Now you have to be very careful to monitor your heat level on this, because the last thing you want to do is scramble your eggs. that can be the worst thing ever. So, you know, we have a very moderate heat level going on. I'm actually going to bump this down a little bit and make sure that we are maintaining. That's a little too low. We want a little bit in between, yeah, right about there. Okay, so we just want to make sure we are keeping a very moderate temperature on these eggs, and we want to keep whipping them. And we're going to add about 6 tablespoons of butter to this mixture once we get it mixed thoroughly. And we're going to slowly drizzle this in. And we're going to keep drizzling until we get to a consistency that we like. We're looking for just a custardy consistency on this. We don't want it too thin. We don't want it too thick. We are just looking for a nice custard on this. And we are, just about almost there. We don't want to push it too far, and we don't want to. Oh yeah, we're gorgeous on this. We don't want to. All right, we're gonna bump this flame down just a little bit. I'm gonna add just a touch more butter to this. So we ended up using about 4 tablespoons of really good butter. If my lovely wife would get me a spoon, I want to show everybody what it actually looks like. If you could do that, my love, I would appreciate that. Actually, I have one here. Never mind. I'm going to give it a quick wash because we don't want a dirty spoon in our food. What we're looking for is just coating the back of a spoon. You see how that is? Right there. Can you get that in the picture, Jen? Right? We just want it to coat the back of that spoon. Perfect. So we have that right where we want it. And the wonderful thing about this water, when you do it over a water bath, and it just keeps it at a beautiful temperature. Nice room temperature once you turn it off. We're going to add about, I like my Hollandaise sauce to be a little lemonier than most. This is about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. If you don't like it as lemony as I do, then add about 1 tablespoon, okay? But I like it to be nice and lemony. And I think it just adds a wonderful lemony punch to it. Okay, and we're going to keep this going, and we're going to keep mixing till we get all that in there. That is gorgeous. A little bit of salt right at the end, a little bit of finishing salt, and a little bit of pepper. There it is. And a little bit of pepper because I think it looks beautiful in the presentation. Now, one clue about this, if I were to add some tarragon and a little bit of a vinegar, a white wine vinegar or any kind of vinegar, I would have a sauce béarnaise. This is a pure, clean Hollandaise sauce that goes great on fish, on vegetables like asparagus. But if I wanted a sauce béarnaise that I could add perhaps to a steak or something like that, I would add a little bit of vinegar, and I would add a little bit of a white wine vinegar and a little bit of tarragon to it, and that would make it a sauce béarnaise. But this is a classic Hollandaise sauce, very easy, very simple to make, and the beauty of it is it will just stay warm in this pan or in this bowl over the warm water. It'll stay at a beautiful room temperature while we put the rest of our meal together. My wife is gonna, once again, reset the camera, and we're gonna plate this entire meal and show everybody how simple this was. Okay, welcome back. We're gonna put this meal together. Here we go. I'm gonna pull our salmon out of the oven that has been cooking for 23 minutes. Now, as I always say, please do not cook to time. Cook to temperature. You want that salmon to be about 125, right? Every oven is different. So this took 23 minutes to cook in my oven, but always cook to temperature, not to time. So we're gonna put this gorgeous piece of salmon right on the plate. We're gonna put this beautiful asparagus that we have right next to it, right? And we have done our gorgeous potatoes that just crisped up beautifully with, oh yeah, that's just gorgeous. Okay, and there we go. We have that on the plate. What a beautiful meal on a weeknight. Your family's gonna think you slaved over the oven all day, and what did we do? We cooked for 30 minutes, right? Okay, so we're gonna take our, let me wash this thoroughly. Boom. Okay. We're gonna take our beautiful Hollandaise sauce that has been sitting in a warm water bath, and we're just gonna give it a quick stir to make sure. Yep, there we are. We have a beautiful, just a gorgeous thick, look how gorgeous that is. Gorgeous thick sauce. We're gonna put it right over our asparagus on this plate, and you know, if you like, you can add a little bit to the sides for your salmon. And I always recommend just a touch of finishing salt at the end, and there you go. You have a beautiful Hollandaise sauce, asparagus, oven roasted salmon with oven roasted potatoes meal on a weeknight. This is a Wednesday. Your family's gonna think you slaved forever, and what a beautiful, affordable meal. This whole meal, you put together the salmon cost and the potatoes and the asparagus, you're looking at about $3.50 per person on this. You couldn't get this in any restaurant for $3.50. So if you like what I'm shooting and you like our videos, please hit those likes, hit those shares, please subscribe. If you want to see me film something or make something that you're struggling with, you know, my friend T-Bone, T, this is for you, buddy. I made a Hollandaise sauce just for you, pal. If you're struggling with something, you have questions on something, how do I make this? Put some suggestions out there. I'm happy to make it. I'm happy to walk you through it. And enjoy good eating at a budget price here in our community.